start, let me call on Libornio to sing our national anthem. Are you ready? So let's put our fists on our chest and feel the song with all due respect.
Tapos nadakpin si Luna.
Fuego!
Isang lalaking alam ang kanyang hangganan, pagkat natupad niya ng tungkulin niya sa bayan.
Jenifer Laniwan, the one who will introduce to you our work immersion in the senior high school. Here online, you may either call me Miss Jen or Miss Jenifer, as I will be your teacher for today. So now, we will discuss what is rhetorical poetry, we propose to the requirements of the work immersion department, and also how we think a proposal about this, and what are we going to do, then what are our purposes, why we are here before you, speaking about this. Let me start first by introducing myself. I am a Filipina who has been living in a slum place, and as I observed that some of my fellow Filipinos are not reading literature or not primarily valuing education, especially kids nowadays, facing in front of their cell phone or renting in the peasant computer to play games online, which their parents do allow them and do not even mind their children what they are playing, and even have no time to teach their children to read a book while they are still young and their mind are yet developing. You know, I am talking about this because our members of this work immersion want to give cure in this wild society. Even the girls out there who had to spread posts on social media, that is advocating the normalization of teenage pregnancy in the Philippines. That is a big no and a fallacy. I am talking about this to all the audience out there, most especially to the Filipino audiences. If you wanted to acquire in-depth knowledge, you have to stop reading only an entertainment genre, especially reading erotic or other sexual activities happening in the story of the characters, where the characters have to stand to school. Yet, to all the Filipino readers of a reading platform site, I could say you must not be so much a fan of an author if you just intended to step up your feet over another person. You know, I also became interested in reading book in reading platform sites. They mean a lot to me. There are so many memories in there in my childhood. But today, for the benefits of students in this pandemic, this is not recommended. It is recommended for entertainment only, not for gathering knowledge, research, and information. Please respect my opinion that I am not against the reading platform sites. I know it is entertaining, however, there is always a limitation. That reading a bad book will never change your life, but the good book is. I remember one time the most very young Filipino readers who have this idolatry called for their favorite authors disrespected another author that is outside the company. Miss Duwalhati Bautista, to who I am alluding in this, is a notable writer in the Philippines. According to the Filipino readers, they didn't even know her because her literary books were not a trend in the community, and in short, literature is old-fashioned. That's why I felt dejected. Although the story of Miss Duwalhati Bautista had influenced the society, and in truth, she had so many contributions in the literature of the Philippines, like Dekada 60 and other stories or novels of her. The young Filipino readers nowadays were not appreciating her. In this day, the reason why we wanted Filipinos to read literature and a literature become a popular reading habit of a Filipino is to expand the reading comprehension. Not only to look at the one-sided side, but on the brighter side. Another thing is, since the pandemic, the DepEd and CHED want us to accept the blended distance learning situation. We've realized that we have gained, this goal is not enough. Thus, as student, we wanted you to influence reading literature books, especially any literature like poems, novels, novelettes, short stories, essays, and dramas. They were help for us. There is no age limit, as long as everyone has the capability of reading and can also endure pressures in the first time of reading literature. I know it's hard, but the first thing you will have to do is to start how to read literature. No buts and start today. And as I already said, stop using for entertainment only. Start changing your purpose of reading and become one of those potential readers to change our society. Do read and give time to yourself to explore reading in the different other genres like philosophy as literature and other kinds of literature. You must have time allowance, time management, at least 60 minutes of reading, and then take a rest and drink more water if your brain has already drained. Just a simple logic on our society. That's why we propose literature, especially the required subject in the work immersion is all about social science. Let me tell you this. You know our society began in literature? Bible as literature. It shapes people's moral, the human foible behind it, and also the prophecies in the Bible. Religion began through literature, and law and philosophy were also part of literature. So now you already knew. Let's proceed with what we will do here today in our short program. We are using rhetorical poetry, and later you will understand it. Rhetoric means the art of seeing the available means of persuasion, and today we apply it, as I am doing speaking, to any form of communication. As I watch in TED, how to use rhetoric to get what you want, Camille A. Langdon as a reference for this rhetoric poetry we made in the manuscript and reciting poetry. According to Aristotle, there are 3 acts of persuasion in rhetoric. We have forensic, which is the judgment of the past. Epideptic or demonstrative rhetoric makes a present proclamation about the present situation. And deliberative rhetoric or symboloticon focuses on the future. We use symboloticon in our manuscript compilation of poem about the ideas in the social science subject we have in grade 11 and grade 12 to only inform the other batches in the senior high school in the future that they can make it reference to their research on the future. And they can even take ideas about their performance if they want to. However, on the other hand, we use epideptic here in the video we present. I know it can be in the future, but as soon as it would run on YouTube, maybe you will seeing this in the present despite of the timeline of this video. You only have to imagine that this is the present time.
Hello guys, I am Deita and I am FRONTROW. FRONTROW is a dynamic and rapidly expanding direct selling company in the health, beauty, and wellness industry in the Philippines today. It is a 100% Filipino-owned corporation spearheaded by the two of the most promising brands of entrepreneurs, Raymond Ares Francisco and Samuel Versosa. FRONTROW helps millions of people and continue expanding. Be one of us now. Join FRONTROW.
Alright, thank you Miss Mia Deita for promoting to the audience your business. Now, I am sure that we will be having many viewers on Team Bahay and international viewers. So now, without further ado, let's move on to the next performer, Abubakar, Siddik, Naeem, or Adrian Ash on YouTube. If you are still new here on our channel, please do subscribe to Adrian Ash here on YouTube and make sure to hit the notification bell for you to keep always updated from his incoming videos. Don't forget to like, share, and comment down below your suggestions.
Always scared of dentists in the dark. Always scared of pretty girls and starting conversations. All of my friends are turning green. You're the magician's assistant in the dreams. Oh, oh, and they come undone, lady, running down to the Riptide, taken away from the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand, and I love you when you're singing a song. And I got a lump in my throat, cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. And I got a lump in my throat, cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. I got a lump in my throat, cause you're gonna sing the words wrong.
Thank you, bro Adrian, for such a wonderful performance. Cool and adorable baritone voice. Now, let's move on and let's call on Jeffrey Llames to recite the Chickenpox.
Good day, Miss Jenifer Laniwan, Miss Mia Deita, Mr. Arvin Candelaria, Miss Jenifer Moseno, and to all the audience, international, and to my countrymen. An inspiration of having a chickenpox to our social science subjects in work immersion. Chickenpox is a viral disease, a virus which may able to infect you at any time where you didn't know, and anywhere when you may go. It's not an art you can be proud of if you would have this already early in your childhood. It's not an art that can be seen in your skin as a tattoo, but it's spreading all throughout your body. As I can tell, we also have 5 precepts in Buddhism. Don't be mad about this comparison. It's just for example in our religion subjects, which belongs to a social science subjects. These 5 precepts which you can avoid touching, but almost all of the precepts are not mindful. Number 1, refrain from taking life, or else you will be doubted. You will never realize they will multiply in your body just merely pinching, and it bursts from solid to liquid. It will alter to one another, and it will weather on your skin as their revenge for taking up their lives, for touching and pinching them. Number 2, refrain from taking what is not given, for you never know. You were unaware, only on your subconscious mind hidden, that everything you will touch, it may probably contagious. It will go with you, and you just fetch them up and bring them up to your home as a disease. In 2 days, you can induce others. You have to hide from your loved ones, or else it might be too late for them too, who have never been experienced this horrible froth in the skin, as in the found that is dirty. What I feared most every time I see it, I'm so disgusted. I'm so much disgusted. I earnestly cannot focus on my writing poetry for our work immersion. For every fiddle of my finger on screen would pain my fingers with pus as a result of the continuous pinched. I need a strice because I am irritated, and I can say it wholly diffused me from taking out notes in our social science subjects. The sad part of having chickenpox is that they can travel even the darkest zenith of your body part, which on the contrary, on your lower part. So number 3 is don't even touch, even how uncomfortable it feels. Some of them of chickenpox in number 4 can never refrain you from speaking too much if they already search on your face and mouth. Even inside the mouth that's filled with sore, which you can see in the mirror, it's terrible. And the upper head that you grazed by your hand, filled with the viscosity of pus, which refrain you from thinking positive. I am so agitated. What if I'm already entirely faced by this shuddering look of myself when I glance at the mirror? But even some people told me it will heal, but it will leave a scar on my skin, on your skin, which I am afraid of. However, it just reminds me of every scrub I committed to deprive of itching or pleasure is my only choice. But afterwards, it can be aggravated. That is too odd in number 3 precepts. I hardly tell. It's ashamed of having this inconvenience. Is it required to have this as early as possible to remember others who already have experienced this throughout their childhood, and now some of the adults may have been experiencing this, and they are so much worse, and some believed in it, which they will overcome? As a race in society, we will overcome things that are not equal. Like every young is much good, adults are less, and the next are just worse. As to compare in this society like chickenpox and as illness and technology, even they were a trend, some of them were not leaving good effect. Even it is a trend, most of them are not helpful. I question myself that if this world is a complete machine, who is ruling and governing the globe, even how it rotates, to make this earth live a long lasting? What if the people who are seeking a job will losing a job? And there are just 500 trees, and trees are just promoted so many generations had gone and surrounded now by a machine which sips its fruits. Even it is yet a new one, and then the machine continues, and the machine sanctions are directed through factories. Soon people will think of themselves, or they are just useless, or even they might think of themselves like a member now of the machine. But both were unmistakably imperfect. Number 4 precepts: refrain from wrong speech. As you know, some people may able easily though. Look at me now. Look at my face. My face is nothing to worry about. There is no mark of chickenpox, although some of them will tell you. Almost all adults have greatly experienced this, that their scars from their chickenpox didn't leave them. Number 5 precept is to refrain from intoxicants and cloud the mind. If you had a chance to escape from those people who had this negative mindset on you, that you will not heal as in cancer, then leave. Don't inebriate yourself and feed yourself from negativity and toxicity of those people around you. You will always say against you. Free yourself from words that cloud your mind, that will cloud your mind. Otherwise, you will only find the treatments only in the mental hospital. At least from there, you will engage with different people, but with the same issue. You will at least know that there is no xenocentrism, ethnocentrism, and culture relativism involved. Yet, only with the help of the nurses and clients have this solidarity entailed, because they are already negotiated. Some of them were given free of charge. Some of them have charges. But it doesn't matter as long as it's gone reviews. It may be inspired the chickenpox that feared me, but I know dear students as I can make a poem through their discussion. So I encourage everyone to promote literature as one.
When it gets hard, you know it can get hard sometimes, and it's the only thing that makes us feel alive. Na na na, we keep this love in a photograph. No, we make these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and times are ever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me closer till our eyes meet. You won't ever be alone. And if you hurt me, oh, that's okay, baby. Only words me inside these pages. You just hold me, and I won't ever let you go. Wait for me to come home.
The chickenpox is like a society. Imagine having red blisters all over your body. And let us consider that these red blisters are all part of the society. If you think deep about this, it may conclude that it is us humans. These people are wild, these people are revengeful, and these people are toxic. And they can be everywhere. Those people are revengeful, that they can speak what they want, they can stir you, and those are the instinct of the people when you hurt them. And also, people who spread fake news online are also part of the society. People tend to be wild, that even religion they can't even respect. That's why there is a teaching of Buddhism to connect other religions as well. As stated in the poem, it's not art you can be proud of if you would have this already early in your childhood. It's not an art that can be seen in your skin as a tattoo. Because we begin in an anarchist society where nobody has a power. But there were very high rates of mortality from violence. And those violence are expected to diminish. Now we are closing this program. Thank you, Christine, for your strong voice singing the national anthem. I love your voice. I hope my voice is like that. Joke. You just keep on singing. And also, bro Adrian, I have the butterfly in my stomach. Yeah, that's why I am grateful to the both of you here. And thank you. We make sure that we gave a proper citation to the both of you. And to the viewers out there, thank you and don't stop learning. I hope that you learn from our video. We make any possible way to promote literature in front of you. I hope this will not get wasted. Please check out this video. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, like, share, and comment down below your suggestions and ideas. See you soon, stay safe, and goodbye.